does the Japanese adverb yappari mean? My first understanding of the word was that it means as expected, and if you look it up in Google, you'll find it translated as on second thoughts. But as expected, there's more nuance to yappari than you may think. It's frustrating to deal with, but on second thoughts, yappari can be a lot of fun to translate once you understand it better. Welcome to episode 2 of Tricky Translations and False Friends. Yappari ne. To get the full meaning of a Japanese word and all of its nuances, it's always a good idea to consult a monolingual dictionary, that is, a Japanese to Japanese dictionary. According to dictionary.gu.ne.jp, yappari has 4 meanings. The 4th meaning is Old Japanese, so I won't cover it in this video, but let's look at the other 3 definitions. The first definition, translated into English, reads, when something is not any different than it was in the past. And the sample sentences here are, あなたは今もやっぱりあの店へ行きますか? So you're still going to that restaurant now, eh? And 父もやっぱり教師をしていた. My father is still teaching. The second definition, translated into English, reads, when something happens exactly as predicted, sure enough. And the sample sentence is, 彼はやっぱり来なかった. Sure enough, he didn't come. And the third definition, translated into English, reads, when even if you think it over in many ways, in the end you reach the same conclusion. After all. The sample sentences here are, ずいぶん迷ったが、やっぱり行くのはやめにした. I agonized over the decision, but in the end I decided not to go after all. And 利口なようでも、やっぱり子供は子供だ. Even if they seem smart, at the end of the day, kids are still kids. Also worth noting that yappari does have kanji, and I actually didn't know that until I started researching this video like a half hour ago, because it's never written in kanji. So you can go ahead and add that to your index of mostly useless knowledge. With all of this in mind, what do you do when you encounter yappari by itself as an exclamation? This happens a lot in Japanese media, so I think it's worth covering here. The important thing to remember when translating yappari in any context is that yappari is said when a presumed truth is confirmed to be true. It's either confirming that something that used to be true is still true, or confirming that your preconceived notions about something are true. In either case, this confirmation can be either positive, negative, or neutral, and this is important. How the speaker feels about the confirmed truth will affect your translation of yappari. If you're confirming that you were right and you feel neutral about it, yappari could be translated as, I knew it, called it, I thought so, of course, unsurprisingly, etc. If you're confirming that you were right and you feel bad about it, yappari could be translated as, figures, just my luck, or any of the above phrases but said in a sarcastic tone. Knew it, called it, thought so, of course. If you're confirming you were right and you feel good about it, yappari could be translated as, thank goodness, it's my lucky day, I thought so, or I knew it, or, and this heavily depends on context, you could think of yappari as an italicized is, are, did, do, or were. If a friend tells you they're pregnant, and you respond with an excited, yappari, that could be thought of as, so you are pregnant. It works with negative yappari as well. Say you were going to eat a sandwich for lunch, but your sandwich goes missing, and you suspect that your roommate ate it, but they deny it. Then you find video evidence that they did eat your sandwich, and you respond with an angry, yappari kutta ka. You could think of that as, so you did eat it. By emphasizing the words did, is, are, etc., you're showing that you thought that something was the case and that this belief was confirmed. It's a lot faster and more natural sounding than expressions like as I thought or as expected. And as a final note, sometimes you can leave yappari out of your translation altogether. If you're discussing your commute to work and you say, yappari kuruma no hou ga hayai, you could think of it as, I was right, cars are faster, or of course cars are faster, or yeah, cars are faster, or using our little italics trick, cars are faster. Or you could go with a just plain neutral, cars are faster. It all depends on that sweet, sweet context and character limitations. These are only a few suggestions. Jisho.org also has a good list of definitions and sample sentences with translations, which I've linked in the video description. And I may add more suggestions in a pinned comment of this video as more come to mind, and I'm sure that the comments section will have a few other suggestions to sift through. Hopefully this will give you a jumping off point to help develop your own way of thinking of and translating the adverb yappari. So, Should you never translate yappari as expected? Of course not. Just take extra care when you encounter it and really consider what it means in the particular context it's in. Words have a lot of nuance, and we should all take care to express these nuances rather than just use a dictionary definition or a synonym. This video is part of a playlist. If you want to learn more about these tricky translations and false friends that trip us up in understanding and translating Japanese, check out the other videos in this series. Big thank you to all of my patrons for supporting this channel, with a special thanks to Greg, Lay, Henry Roaming, DataFox, and Charpixie.